So I recently watched a video called The Cult-Like Fanbase of Deep Rock Galactic by Angle, and it was a video talking about Angle's playthrough of Deep Rock initially started with his friends, and how he felt that the presence of other people playing with him diminished his ability to experience the game fully. He made a return to the game later on and spent time alone playing it, which eventually led him to taking the time to admire aspects of the game that he didn't notice before. This video was one of those golden gems that pops up in my recommended, and resonates with me so much that it led me to think about how my experience has been with playing with my friends and playing on my own. I think what I had found is so obvious, yet it has taken me years to consciously realize this. While thinking about that video, I'd been playing through Borderlands 3, which from what I understand, the community has pretty much written off because it didn't live up to Borderlands 2. I am inclined to agree with the people that say that the development team had the same burn or inspiration for the game that they had when they were developing Borderlands 2. 3 feels like it retreads the same formula that Borderlands 2 had, slapped on with a couple more mechanics in slightly smoother gameplay, at the cost of watered-down writing that feels as though it completely missed what made 2's writing and presentation hit for the player so much more. In light of this though, I've essentially stumbled across the same discovery that Angle had come across in his playthrough of Deep Rock Galactic with Borderlands 3. Speaking of Borderlands 3, I will drink the blood of my enemies. I am a psycho. I cannot see shit out of this. Initially, I had gotten Borderlands 3 to play with my friends and just have something to shoot the shit with over Discord. I want to preface this and make it known that I do love and enjoy every single one of my friends, and I'm grateful for the time we have spent together both inside and outside of gaming. But in stumbling across this discovery, I'm hoping that maybe it might awaken something inside of them too. So if you are also a Max XX Ultimate Gamer XX69, like these guys, just at least listen to me, hear me out. Originally when we began playing, I had one friend, we will call him Dustin, who is the master of Borderlands. This man, I remember, came in the game one time and dropped some busted ass weaponry back in the era of 2. So I'm always grateful for this man, forever and always grateful. I picked the character that has the beasts. I think his name is the Beastmaster. Shit, I don't know. For our playthrough, and we started cruising along through Borderlands 3. Dustin insists though that we need to burn through the campaign to unlock the medal system, which will allow us to make our character stronger and essentially allow us to reach the late game quickly in order to get the best loot inside of the game. I'm going along with it and essentially playing catch up while Dustin and another friend I have, we'll call him Jacob, decimate enemies inside of the game. It turns into sprint simulator for me. My playthrough is essentially I roll up and I send out my beasts right as everything is dead, and I accept my fate as being the man who just runs around and picks up the scraps. Eventually my desire to play the game fades pretty quickly, and Borderlands falls into obscurity alongside probably like 2 other games on my Steam list, never to be played again. I'm so sorry guys, it is not looking good for you. I'm gonna whisper white lies into your ears and tell you I will get to you someday. I will get to you and you and you. Don't you worry about it. I'm never gonna play them. Well, until the time that I decided to make this video. I have 2 monitors, and I had gotten 2 separate monitors to increase my workflow and creating easier for myself. Yet, I find a lot of the time I have my attention split between like a YouTube video and making something or playing a game. I feel like I'm not the only one struggling with that out there too. Why is attention so hard to control? I normally make a green screen video alongside whatever game I'm playing for this channel, but in preparation for a trip that was outside of the country, I didn't want to make a huge commitment for a game and then have to pause for nearly a month while I was outside of the country. Borderlands 3 said, hey man, I'm pretty low commitment right now, so you can kind of fuck around and find out with me for a bit until you experience a time change that is so damn hard on you that the jet lag makes reality feel like it's crumbling right in front of you. Damn Borderlands 3, you really looking out for a homeboy out here, goddamn. So yeah, I began playing Zach this time, all by myself. all by my lonesome. The interesting thing is the contrast of playing through Borderlands 3 on my own compared to playing with my friends. And I think that main difference is being the incentive to rush to the end content of the game with my friends, to when I play with myself, I can just play at the pace of however I want. Crunch, crunch. Crunchy leaves. I left the country for a trip through Europe while playing these games, and I had brought books, my Switch, even my camera to get footage and pictures for this channel. Although I did end up using these things a little bit, I would have been much better off not bringing them and packing less than I did. Why? Because if I would have made more of an effort dumping time into the things I brought, even the camera, I wouldn't have been in the country admiring the cities that I was in. I spent time in Milan and Rome in Italy, Naxos and the Athens in Greece, and I even stopped in Germany. I would have completely missed the sights if my attention was locked through my camera or down at a book or a screen. This is something that's completely missed with gaming and traveling, by myself and by others. The journey through the games and through the countries and through life is the reward and what makes up a bulk of your life. We reach destinations, grind for that special gear, experience the high of getting there or receiving the next thing. Then what? 10 minutes later, we're looking for the next thing. What's next is the following question from ourselves and the people around us. Even I get so involved in the looking towards the next thing that I forget that what we have right in front of us in this moment is all we have. So after returning home from Europe, I decided if I was going to do something, I wanted to be fully present for the things that I love. Not that I wasn't putting in effort before, but purely paying attention to the beauty of Italy and Greece made me realize even more how valuable and powerful just noticing and paying attention to the life that's here now and all around us actually is. So coming back home from Europe after 15 hours of flying and 3 hours of driving, it was miserable. With my messed up sleeping schedule, I began doing the things that I love again. Making beats, playing video games, it's the true Gen Z lifestyle is what I'm on. Time to get back to gaming. Hello. So, I returned to playing Borderlands 3 when I came back. Trusty game controller here. And then this is exactly a reenactment of what I did. Borderlands 3 had transformed from a filler game that I was using to just waste time before I went to Europe to a game that I was actively enjoying and paying attention to. If I had not had this change in mindset and attention, I would not have noticed things like the Wilhelm screen occasionally happening when you hijack a vehicle, or the extremely subtle reference to Captain Phillips, the "Look at me, I am the captain now, look at me, I am the captain now." My point isn't even really to give this game praise, as I said earlier in the video on how I enjoyed Borderlands 2 more than I enjoyed this game, yet I think having my focus purely on the game itself has established a setting to maximize my enjoyment with the one thing I was doing, which for the sake of the argument right now is playing Borderlands 3. So let me get back to it, okay? So wherever attention goes, things grow. So upon the realizations I had with Borderlands, I both realized the problems I was having when I was playing the games with my friends. I had wanted to really spend time with the game and learn if it was something I would enjoy it or not, but my attention would end up becoming split when I played with my friends because I also wanted to accommodate to my friends and make sure they were having a good time. So with this in mind, I wanted to fully focus on just purely connecting with my friends and using a game purely as a means to an end, to give the game the least amount of attention as possible, or use it in order to become closer with my friends rather than put a rift between us because of something happening in the game. God damn it, you suck at Valorant. Quit feeding. I hate myself, I play League of Legends on it. I played with my dear pals Dustin and Jacob once again, but with the intention in mind of playing something that was going to allow me to connect with them rather than start arguing over the game, which led us first to League of Legends. Nah, I'm just kidding. It was golf with your friends. There'd be no way we would get along in that game. Thanks to the laid-back nature of this game, it allowed me to catch up with what has been going on in their lives and vice versa. Dustin even messaged me afterwards saying how good it felt to catch up afterwards and talk about our lives.
Oh, I died so fast.
Look at me, I'm a Let's Player.
Was that the bite of 87?
I would ask this question, but this is the dumbest question because I think I already know the answer.
What is it?
It's quality of friends or quantity of friends. What
Quality
is better?
instantly.
It's always quality.
Really, does anybody care what our ranks are in League or Valorant or any of these games that we grind in hopes of trying to impress people
Who
who
cares?
honestly don't know us or care about us in the long run anyway? Adult Cujo has come to realize it's not about the games, the ranks, or hours and hours we spend getting that special item, but it's about the connections and experiences we get to share with the other people and to show others that we simply care about them existing. The time that I get to spend focused on a game or learning the intricacies of how it functions, was made, or supposed to be played will be in my own time. And the time I spend to play with my friends will be focused around them. Thank you to all my friends for caring about me. I will do everything in my power to show you that I love you. So with that being said, go like, subscribe, smash comments, go and bribe everyone you know, give me attention, lament. I love you. Thank you for taking the time to watch this, and goodbye now.